Hello, hello. Welcome to our presentation today. We're going to be going over our shareability and what we're doing to make our platform accessible to you, our different links, portals, and platforms. So I'm going to be going into a shareable mode here. So I'm going to be sharing our screen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share the entire screen so I don't need to focus on flipping back and forth. So we're going to enter fractal mode right now. And there we go, we're here. So our recursion has begun. Let's jump into our platform, our main landing page, becometheflow.com. From here you'll see our mission statement to become a modern philosophical school of flow for you and me, the we, empowering individuals and communities in movement towards a blissful, enjoyed culture. We have our products that we share, our team, the teachers we share, the products we share. So recognize our, these are our products versus products we share, others' products, companies we share, and then our hyperlinks. And then we're building a digital fountain for resources for our community and yours. You can access our philosophy here and our mission statement here, and then that's our main landing page. So we start our journey through our hyperlinks, so you can either travel through this way or through the center up here. So I'm going to go through here. It's becometheflow.com/hyperlinks. We're building this out on a couple different platforms. So Become the Flow is this main platform, and if we go back to that original page here, you can see that we've started building these out already in here. So here's the different teachers with some access directly to their YouTube, or a link that is associated. Most of these, I believe, or all of them, are YouTube, because that's been my main learning platform, besides college. But a lot of my deeper teachers I could consider light teachers on this scroll of light here that I'm casting onto, and we've listed them out here, along with a couple of other products and companies and stuff like that. So this is where we're putting stuff all over the place. So we're putting it here. I'm also building it out into our hyperlinks here. So if you come down to our Google portals, you'll need to have a Google account to access this, but anyone with a Google account will be able to view these. Here you can do quick links to the different pages along the bottom, and then the different purpose outlines what they are. So here's our websites. So Become the Flow, we can click this, and then this is a self-reference back into our main landing page. We can go to our Patreon. Our portal. So our portal is our network that we're building out. This is going to be eventually our website that is able to host our data that we're building out in all these applications, as well as your data. So we're building out these applications on Excel as a trial run, as a beta tester, so that way we can utilize them, you can utilize them, you can download them, get them operational on Google, and then they become yours in a sense. Where on our portal they'll be yours, but they're within our network. Where on Google they're within Google's network, and then you can make them shareable and communable underneath our umbrella sharing once they're active inside of our portal. But OurPortal.life is a developing process. Some of the sites are active here. You can see the ones, our apps, our networks. We explain what is happening right now, and then there's things to be built out from Excel and into this. And there'll be a separate OurPortal.life video that explains the whole function of OurPortal.life. Printify, that's where we have our the goods that we're making for utilizing some of Dan Winter's information, some of our own art, and we'll be building out more products here for you to be able to support us through. Our YouTube, that one wanted to come up again. Our YouTube our platform where all of our videos are casted. We have our playlists, which are labeled as BF for Become the Flow, and we also have all our playlists that we've organized of information that we learned from, so labeled as Other. So check those out. See, this was kind of our first way of starting to share people's information. We have our Instagram, and then we have our Google Docs. So that's what we're in right now, but self-reference to the same spot. So this idea of self-referencing and portals, funnels, guide the user, yourself, and myself through our books, videos, refinement packets, applications, products, and the things we share. Here's some of our books. So we're not going to go through all of the hyperlinks as we go. Those main websites are kind of our platforms that we're sharing through, so I think those are important to share. But we have our self-management book, Being FI, Being with Waves and Becoming Sustainable. This is where we're holding space. You can see the different pages in this part that the book is in. You know, is it scripting? Are we writing it? Are we formatting it? Is it up for review? Are we editing it? Are we re-revising it? The original creation date, its purpose, and a link for the viewer to click on and read it. So as we're developing these books, they're still here for you to be able to use. The main idea behind all of this shareability, inspired by Dan Winter and Paul Check, is to give out the content for free, make it shareable, make it accessible, practice the sharing over and over again, and refine it. And then the refined parts, when you want to work with me specifically, when you want to do guidance work through different refinement packets or consulting work on how to self-organize, make your life negentropic, how to attract the things that you're looking for into your life, we can work together, and we can have an exchange rate for those processes. But these processes here are in such a way that they're so easily shareable that charging for them seems almost wrong, and I would much rather just give them out and see who follows the links to come back and donate and support in other ways. I want to get this information out to you in as many ways as possible. So it's nested in the website, it's nested in the Google Docs, and then it's going to be nested in OurPortal.life as well, the website being becometheflow.com. And then so these, a lot of them are up for editing, they're just refinements, they're just little things that are posted, so you can read them. Don't be expecting a lot from them. They're not finished. When they're finished, they will say in here, finished. You know, we can do completion. And then, but none of them are right now. So they're all up for you to comment on, email me, and view as they're being created. Our videos, these are the links to all the videos, the names to them that we have on YouTube. We have our playlist, links to all of our playlists and the other playlists that I showed before in YouTube. Here's our refinement packets. These are active, so you can click on these, and when you click on them, this is like a main link here that's going to show you all of the refinement packets again in its own document. But if you click on one of these, it will give you the option to copy and make your own digital version of it. So I can copy this, and then when I copy it, it will show up. Yeah, let me break down some of these things. And now this is on my Google now, or your Google. You know, it copies what we have set up for as shareable and makes a duplicate for you to fill out on your own document and on your own Google. We also have PDFs on these through Patreon that you can pay for, and then you can download them that way, so that way you have them on your own system. Let's see. So all of these refinement packets are done, these are ones that we're looking to be making in the future. And so they'll be hopping up here as they're done, so stay tuned for more. Here's our applications. These are, a lot of these are in formatting right now. We're rebuilding these all out. I built most of mine in Microsoft, but the shareability in Microsoft wasn't quite there, so I'm re-transitioning them into this Google Doc platform, so that way I can make them shareable and accessible to you on your own platform. And then once they're refined here, I can transition them onto OurPortal.life. And then if you don't want to be a Google user, you can be using OurPortal.life to host your own data and information for a subscription, because it takes a certain amount of BTUs to host the data. So as we branch that out, that one is a paid system where Google is running ads and different things that is making it so they're a free system. So it's nice to utilize Google right now as a free system for shareability if you already utilize it, where OurPortal.life will cost a couple dollars per month as a subscription to utilize, but you won't get any ads and your data won't be being sold, and a couple other perks will come from having our data over there as well. But both of these systems will be utilized as well, as long as Google is making it free and accessible to share data. I will utilize that space to do that with anyone who has Google. So with these, you can view the document here. So here's our organization log. When you view the document, you're just viewing the starter pack essentially. And then there is a copy doc here, so if you click this, it will give you the option to make a copy of it for yourself, so you can start organizing them on your own Google. And then as you generate the different applications, you take the link to the one you generated and you add it to your organization log. And then you star your organization log and you make it a favorite. So you can always access your organization log, and then all of your items that you create in your Google Drive all have their hyperlink that go here. And then you don't really need to worry about files and folders inside of your Google Drive. I found it more accessible to organize your files and folders inside of a Google Doc instead of inside of the file and folders. Our products, so here's our donation platforms through Patreon, our refinement packets that I mentioned before, the Wave Guide Assistance, so if you want to do any one-on-one work on any of this information, getting yourself the applications downloaded, doing conversations about finances, doing conversations about self-management throughout your life in general, you can go through there or email directly at becometheflow.com. The work is being done. Our 2 different clothings platforms that we've generated so far, more to come there as well. And then OurPortal.life, the links aren't up on this, but the website is active, so OurPortal.life you can sign up for right now. There is no subscription. You can get on and be an early user and let me know how the process is going, let me know what you think, so that way we can make it fully shareable. And then early users are going to get a lifelong subscription. They won't need to pay for the package up into a certain number of people that is undecided at this moment. So get in now as you can, and no duplicate users. It's 1 person per lifelong subscription. But you can check out these. That's great. Loving what's happening on our Bubble platform. Our shared content, so we haven't quite built this one out yet, but this is where different content people like Fractal Field with Dan Winter and Paul Check's Institute will be mapped out here with our other teachers. But remember, our teachers already shared on our main Become the Flow site. And then just data validations are things that are being used to sort and organize things in these different sectors. So as you move through here, you'll see all of our main pages and documents. And then, like I said, the Become OurPortal.life is its own system that will be developing. And then as it gets a little bit more refined, I'll be doing a video on that to explain how to utilize that information. these refinement packets I really recommend for everyone. Getting your hands on these, giving them a download, getting them on your system, utilizing those, and check out our books. Check out the self-management book. This one is the furthest into its development. And then I've been reading and looking back on this one here, Being with Waves and Becoming Sustainable. And I really like the information that was casted back in this time. I like to be a really scattered builder, so I am working on multiple projects all at the same time. And as we work on those projects, we learn lessons from each one that then get reapplied to each other as we're going. So if one project gets finished and done, then another project, then the stuff that's learned from the second project doesn't get applied to the first one until version 1 is done. So a lot of this, there isn't a rush or a timeline on when the production of it needs to be accomplished or how it needs to be accomplished. So it's been here and it's been formatting, and now it's getting collapsed into a way that's shareable. And then that's inspired by Dan Winter and his team at Fractal U. So his websites I've been studying for a while, and his information I've been studying for a while about self-reference, self-sustainability, charge collapse, organization, lucidity, dreaming, clarity, cleansing, and been very inspired by how he shares his data, how he nests all of his information, and then wanting to elaborate, expand, recondense it, and form my own alchemy on how funnels and linking of information can be done, and how it can become shareable with the community at large. And then Paul Chek was an early teacher of mine as well, and he really emphasized the getting out information for people, the community, the world at large, so that way they don't need to come to you. Like I have other things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy building, I enjoy working, I enjoy making clothes, I enjoy doing these, what I'd say, quote-unquote, functional creativities are, where you're building something that can then be used. Where when I'm building content like a book, or I'm doing consulting, or I'm doing vision work with people, I'm acting as a wave guide to enhance their life so they can optimize and clarify and become creative with the different things they want to be creative in. That way we can be expanding our creative field and making our functionality and co-harmonizing and becoming mutually beneficial with nature as a whole. But the goal is not to be here as a wave guide. The goal is to be here as a builder, creator, artist. And I enjoy being a wave guide. I enjoy setting up this information for myself to self-reference, and then I enjoy setting it up in a way that can be self-referenced by the others in the community at large. And ideally, the way it's set up can bring you through it in a way that is intuitive, and you can self-guide yourself through this information. And then if you're looking for more, calling for more, if you're looking for that little extra push to understand how some of these applications are working, or how you can change the paradigms in your life to switch your rhythms and move into the frequency that you're looking to call in, then you can give me a call, give me an email, we'll work one-on-one together. My time is your time as well. I'm here to share that, and that sharing is going to be at a value exchange rate that is fair to the both of us. I have a flat rate, but we can discuss it and determine how we want to handle that going forward, depending on how much you're trying to work on this, how often, what your frequency is, and all of that wonderful stuff. But ideally, this information here is enough to guide you so we can work together on projects. We can work together on making things accessible for the community. So we can work up together in making beautiful spaces, beautiful pieces of art, beautiful functional wearable clothes that emanate organic nature of life, and all of those extra wonderful things. But we're here to help. We're here for you now where you are, and if you're looking for a hand to guide you to where you want to go, we're here to assist you in that way. And then we're here to reference you back to our works, so that way you can spend less time with us, less time trading your work for our work in a sense, and more time just self-referencing, self-studying, and then getting a helping hand whenever you'd like. So I hope that helps. I hope you can see what we're doing here. If you got any questions, remember, email me at becometheflow.com. becometheflow@gmail.com. And I hope you enjoy what we got going on. Hope to see you on OurPortal.life. Log in, and we'll see how it's all going. I'll expand these off for you real quick so you can get a quick last glance at what we got going on in our Portal life. And I hope this shareability becomes more shareable, and I hope you are able to utilize our documents and the way that we're building out systems to share your own content and to make this light scroll easily accessible with as little non-resistance as possible, so we can bring this informational age to light and co-harmonize, coexist, co-communicate, co-develop, co. Love y'all. See you soon. Blessings. Back to the fractal. And we're out.